Bismillah Rahman. Mr. Chairman of today's event, ladies and gentlemen, my party colleagues, friends from the international community, and most importantly, all family members of victims subject to enforced disappearance and extrajudicial killings who are participating in today's program. Assalamu alaikum and good evening to you all in Dhaka. Today, 10th December marks the UN designated International Human Rights Day. I take this opportunity to pay tribute to all those human rights activists and organizations who work to make the world a better place and break it free from the hands of injustice. The people of Bangladesh faced with many atrocities of miscarriages of justice, breakdown of rule of law, barring of freedom of expression, and onslaught of a global pandemic remaining strong and brave to be hopeful of a better future. On this occasion, I recall all those citizens of the country who have sacrificed their lives for establishing democracy, and also those who have been injured, tortured, and suffered in many ways. And I particularly take this opportunity to recall all my fellow party colleagues who have given their lives in fighting against the atrocities of an unelected regime in the hope of restoring the rights of the people of Bangladesh. Sheikh Hasina's highly flawed government in Bangladesh continue to rule the country through influencing state institutions to fulfill its objectives, through brutal forces on the people of the country. Law enforcement authorities, the judicial system, businesses, people's rights, all are at the desire of a flawed government that rules by applying state terror to influence and manipulate all institutions to fulfill the desire of a one-party state. Today we see the Bangladesh state exchequer is exploited to erect sculpture of a past ruler to justify the forceful presence of one-party rule across the country. Yet the state fails to provide any kind of social protection to those who need it most in this pandemic. No support to provide food and shelter for the economically disadvantaged people. No adequate financial support to those who have lost jobs or face long-term financial difficulties. No support for small businesses, but yet we see millions of crores being looted by beneficiaries of the ruling political regime from state banks, institutions, and organizations. Endemic corruption and violation of human rights across all sectors is at an all-time high in Bangladesh. Friends, you all heard today the distress and grave pain of the people of those subject to extrajudicial killings and disappearance go through every day in the hope that they will hear the news of their loved one returning one day, or in the hope they will see justice of those who have been killed at the violent hands of the state. I'm grateful to Bangladesh Nationalist Party's Human Rights Committee for this timely publication, highlighting systematic violation of rights under state influence in the country. I hope friends in the international community will find some factual basis in this substantive documentation of case studies to further the work of restoring people's rights in Bangladesh. In today's world, it is not good enough for political parties and governments to continue business as usual and turn a blind eye to human rights. Political leaders must exercise vision to safeguard their well-being of their people by allowing them the freedom to express their will. A renewed pledge to commit to reforming legislation is required to incorporate inclusive right in a country that is fit for purpose. The root cause of the sharp demise of human rights in Bangladesh resides in the dismantling of the electoral process and thus people's right to democratic franchise. Friends, together we must raise our voices nationally and internationally to restore the democratic process and human rights in Bangladesh. Thank you all again for taking the time to attend this event, and I wish you all well and every success in your endeavor to make the world a better place. Thank you.